The most battle-tested naval weapon in the world right now was not designed in a Pentagon laboratory. It was built in Ukraine by Ukrainians under fire, and now an American factory in Oregon is going to manufacture it for the United States military. Let that sink in for a moment. From Berlin, this is a quietly remarkable inversion of how the transatlantic arms trade is supposed to work. For decades, the flow of military technology ran one direction, from Washington outward to allies who bought American and were grateful for it. Now, the world's largest military is licensing a design from a country it spends its days debating whether to keep funding. The weapon is called the Magura, an unmanned sea drone, a robotic attack boat that Ukraine used to do something naval strategists once considered impossible. A country with almost no navy pushed Russia's Black Sea fleet back into port, sank warships, damaged bridges, all with cheap, expendable drone boats guided by young engineers improvising in wartime. The American firm ReconCraft, based in Portland, Oregon, builds boats for special forces. Last week, in the Ukrainian embassy in Washington, it signed a letter of intent with the Magura's maker, Uforce. The Pentagon, in other words, is outsourcing innovation to the very ally it treats as a supplicant. And here is the part Americans rarely say out loud. This is what a real war teaches you that $100 billion procurement programs cannot. The Ukrainians did not have the luxury of committees. They had a problem, a fleet shelling their coast, and they solved it in months, not decades. Meanwhile, the president who signs these deals spends his mornings on Truth Social threatening the careers of senators. This week, the target was two Republicans, John Cornyn and Tom Tillis, who are blocking his Attorney General nominee, Todd Blanche. Donald Trump declared he had ended their political careers, which is easy to say since both are already leaving the Senate at year's end. He then suggested he might simply re-nominate Blanche once the two men are gone. This is the same administration whose State Department presented a map of Africa at a conference in Brazil that appeared to have been drawn by someone who had never seen the continent, and whose Iran war, now dragging into a second quarter, helped slow American economic growth to 1.5%, below what economists expected. Energy costs jumped. Firms and households paid the bill. So the picture from the outside is this. The most powerful nation on earth is importing its best military ideas from a war zone in Eastern Europe, exporting political chaos on social media, and misdrawing maps at diplomatic summits. The Magura deal is genuinely good news, pragmatic, humble, effective. It just quietly reveals who is actually learning on the battlefield and who is watching from a distance and buying the results. Ukraine bled for that knowledge. America is now writing the check. That's the view from here. What does it look like where you are? Drop it in the comments and subscribe for the perspective American media won't give you.